Hello and welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal and to the Hungarian Grand Prix preview. And boy oh boy have things spiced up recently. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen taking each other out of the first corner of the last race at Silverstone Circuit, and Hamilton going on to win the race with a few laps to go, overtaking Charles Leclerc to reduce the championship to 8 points. And yeah, Red Bull will want revenge here. 4 points in the Constructors' Championship as well. So yeah, this has all the hallmarks of a great weekend. So let's get straight into it. The 11th Grand Prix of 2021 will take place at the Hungaroring in Budapest. Since 1986, F1 visits the circuit, and for many drivers, it's a familiar stop in the championship. Unlike the Red Bull Ring, this circuit is not a high-speed track, it's more twisty. This is where Red Bull's racing's downforce comes in very handy, which is why the team is seen as a firm favourite. With a length of 4.381 kilometres, the circuit is slightly longer than, for example, the Red Bull Ring. The circuit has 14 corners, but is somewhat narrow in a certain section, but it's certainly not impossible for overtake. It was Lewis Hamilton who prevailed in rainy conditions. Verstappen put his RB16 into the wall on his lap to the grid and was lucky that Red Bull engineers managed to repair the car in time. It gave him a great second place. Hamilton was one out of reach, but Bottas was able to keep pace with him. It could be that the rain will return this week in Hungary despite high temperatures, with rumours of rain on Sunday, on race day. Mercedes have taken a bit of momentum from Red Bull by taking victory in Britain with Lewis Hamilton. Prior to that, it was the Milton Keynes-based formation that ran away with the title with 5 victories in a row. The Hungarian Grand Prix often suits the characteristics of Red Bull cars, but on what last 3 occasions, it has been Hamilton who has come out on top. Max Verstappen will have to put a stop to that this season, and it should be possible given the performance of the RB16B. On paper, Red Bull Racing is in a better mechanical position, and it is very possible that Verstappen will take pole position again. It's relatively difficult to overtake in Hungary, so it will be an important step towards first victory. McLaren will be at the start of the race with the new upgrades. The duel for third place among the constructors is very exciting. Ferrari seems to have the upper hand on Saturdays, while McLaren is a bit better in terms of race pace. The AlphaTauris of Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda are certainly main contenders for points. The Hungarian Grand Prix will be driven on the usual European time. This means that free practice will start 10:30 UK time and 2 o'clock for practice 2. They both last 60 minutes, of course. Free practice 3 will take place at 11 o'clock, and qualifying and the race will start at 2 o'clock UK time. The main talking point in the paddock on Thursday was, of course, that Verstappen-Hamilton incident, and the stewards finally ruled that there was no further action necessary, and Lewis Hamilton keeps his win. Red Bull used some pretty weird data, but yeah, it didn't work. Alex Albon recreating it. Yeah, it seems a bit odd, but Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix, and hopefully that's case closed now, but it probably won't be. Yeah, the two of them had a phone call. It didn't sound like it went down too well, but yeah, let's just see what the rivalry brings. And in practice 1 at the Hungaroring, it was Max Verstappen who topped the timings ahead of Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton, although it was a lot closer than people may thought it would be. With Verstappen only just marginally beating the two Mercedes, but however Hamilton did kind of lose a lot of time in sector 1, which you could kind of say cost him from getting fastest time. But yeah, as forever in FP1, there's not a huge amount you can read into it, but it definitely looks like the two teams are going to be close this weekend. And in free practice 2, it was Valtteri Bottas who led the timings for Mercedes ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. And what a great result for Mercedes this was. They looked so much more comfortable on both sets of tyres really, and qualifying and race pace seemed a long way ahead of Red Bull, who said they were struggling quite a bit. No way Red Bull will be as far behind as they were today, but it certainly does make for an interesting qualifying, and it will be intriguing to see where they all are, especially with Perez looking miles off the pace again. So here are my predictions for this weekend. On pole, I'm going to say Max Verstappen. The Red Bull car just seems so good at the moment. I think Silverstone was a blip in terms of qualifying, but yeah, on a track that should suit Red Bull a lot more, I'm predicting pole for Verstappen, and I think he will convert that into the win. And on the second, I'm going to say Charles Leclerc. Like Monaco, I think this circuit will really suit Ferrari, so hopefully without any qualifying crashes or whatever, Leclerc can have a clean weekend, right back in to get a podium, and I think Hamilton will have to settle for third this weekend. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Like, just subscribe. Let me know if thoughts, comments, and follow on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching, peace.